Oh no! I went to straighten out this necklace just as the video started, and I broke it. Like, live on air costume jewelry failure. This is terrible. Wait, I fixed it. I fixed my necklace. Alright. That's good, because that would have been an absolute calamity if I broke this necklace right before my video, because it really completes the look nicely. Good morning, folks. Today I'm in the basement because it looks gorgeous outside, but it is crazy cold. It's like 35 degrees, and I left the cucumbers out last night. We got these little seedlings in these little pots, and to give them some extra sunlight yesterday I put them outside, and they didn't seem to be too happy today now that I left them out. So I want to talk a little bit about, oh pardon me, I'm getting all flustered already, and I haven't even started saying anything yet. So I've been doing this sort of daily costume thing and really trying to focus on being positive now. I'm going to have to do a good cough, I'm sorry. Or a good throat clear. I've been trying to do this for, I guess I have been doing it, not trying. I've done it for 39 days in a row now, where I've gotten dressed up and I've at least, put up my pictures or tried to be funny or amusing. And yesterday I felt fine doing my video, and then afterwards I just hit a wall. I was just like 60 miles an hour, full stop. And so something that people don't know about trans women is that some of us actually get something kind of like a period. Obviously we don't bleed in any way, but that doesn't stop the estrogen from trying to force something out of our bodies. I kid you not. It's kind of a terribly annoying thing that happens. You get terrible cramps, and it's a different kind of cramps. It feels different than any other kind of cramp I've ever had before. And then you just cry for the rest of the day once that happens. It's just all it is. And it's like impossible to pull yourself out of it almost. And I'm used to being able to like get myself out of anything that I'm feeling. Like, it's just, you just divorce yourself from your feelings and move on. But I can't really do that anymore. And so I'm talking to a counselor a therapist about this sort of thing, but I really don't have very good coping mechanisms for that. And my default is everybody hates me and I'm doing terrible and I should just delete all my social media accounts. Like, I kid you not. Like, this, I don't know why I think these things, because it's obviously not sane to think that sort of thing, but I do. And one of the things I learned yesterday is that really what I need to do is on those days I need to play video games. Apparently that's like one of my go-tos. Wine, ice cream, and video games apparently are what I need to go to. The tricky thing is, like, I'm under the gun for a deadline right now. I have a book that's supposed to be edited, proofed, and to the publisher on Tuesday, and I'm not done the book yet. I might not get it done until like Monday morning, which means they might not get the fully proofed version. I have to talk to them about what they want to do. I mean, it'll only take a couple more days to get it proofed, so maybe that'll be fine. Maybe it won't. But yeah, so whenever I have those kinds of days where I hit a wall, it always seems to be when I'm under the gun, and that's kind of hard for me because I'm used to be able just to produce and get things done, and I can't. And I have to just sort of understand that some days you can't do it all. And that's a lesson I'm still learning, and I hope I learn it eventually, because it's getting old not knowing that lesson. So that's kind of what happened, and I feel kind of bad in a way because I kind of feel like I'm supposed to always put on a good face and make everybody feel good, because a lot of people aren't feeling good right now and they don't want to come and see me being mopey and sad and unhappy. I theoretically, I imagine they want to kind of have me give them a pick-me-up, and sometimes that's kind of hard for me to do. But at the same time, like, I'm not one of those people that wants to quit. Like yesterday, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing these daily pictures anymore. I'm finished with it. Yada yada yada. Self-pity, 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 and I almost posted that even because I don't know. Like I said, I have no coping mechanisms for that sort of thing. I joke that I used to play life on easy mode, and it's not quite like that anymore. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, I know it's kind of bondagey. I know not everybody's into that sort of thing, the collar, but I don't know. I actually really like the look. I'm not like a collared person. Like, some people wear collars because like they're collared by their partner. That's not a thing that Jill and I have going on. I just think they look cool. And because I was trying to go with this, I'm wearing this velour cat suit, which is really cool because they did it. I know, right? I can talk about deep stuff. I'm like, fashion. They do the pattern. The velour goes two ways, so it kind of creates this cool pattern. It's like on the legs and the butt and stuff like that too. But I wanted to kind of like have something that really accents well, so I went with a lot of silver jewelry, and this is like the silveriest tight neck thing I own, so I went with that. And then I'm wearing it with a corset that's kind of satiny because I wanted to mix the textures. So I went with a satiny corset, and then you can't see them too well, but I'm wearing thigh high like vinyl boots because like I said, I want to mix like this soft velour texture with all these other textures. So that's what I ended up doing. I was going to wear latex today, actually, Andy. I saw like a two steampunk latex looks I want to do, but I gotta run around and I gotta like clean and stuff like that. And I'm always worried if I'm like lifting my arms a lot. Like I've actually had some latex just blow out in the armpits before, so I try not to wear it when I'm going to be too active. Hey, Barbara. I'm in Boston too. I didn't know you were in Boston. Maybe I did know you're in Boston. I'm terrible with all of that stuff. So yeah, so in my mind, back to what I was saying before, I diverted to fashion. In my mind, I sort of have this thought that I have to always be on and positive and uplifting because I feel like some people are coming to me for that, and sometimes it's not really there. But I think that's important too, because I feel like if I always look like I'm on and happy and excited, which in general I am, but if I always look like that, I feel like other people will be like, well, obviously I don't have the happy pills that Mal has, so I'm never gonna be like her. So I think it's important for folks to know that even people like me, who can write a billion books and seem to be relatively successful in life, but not too successful. I'm still a pretty small fish. But even we have days where we're just like, I can't. Yeah, and so that's just kind of the message I think it's also important to give. Thanks, Helen. I'd completely forgotten about this cat suit, to be honest, because it does something I don't like. Is that one of the problems for me is most women's cat suits are not made for 6 foot tall women, and so a lot of times one like this, it doesn't have a lot of stretch vertically in it. It kind of ends up like mid calf. It becomes like a capri cat suit on me, and so I had put it back in my drawer because it annoyed me one time because it kept pulling up when I was wearing ankle boots, and I'd forgotten about it. And I'm like, I need something kind of warm and fuzzy today. I need to feel snuggly. And nothing feels snuggly like velour. Like, remember George Costanza? If it was socially acceptable, I would drape myself in velvet. I mean, that's what I want to do too, right? Totally. And so that's why I went with it. But I'd forgotten about it. But I'm like, I need to wear some tall boots, and I like to like kind of accent things really fun. So I'm like, I'm gonna wear just vinyl thigh high boots today, and that's what created the outfit. I'm like, okay, I'm going with contrast shine against the velour, and that put all this together, which I think actually looks really good. Even though I'm wearing the bondage collar, but hey, someone's gonna rock a collar. So I feel like that's kind of all I had to say today. I don't want to go on and on and on unless people want me to go on and on and on. I'm sure I could talk about other things. I should circle back to that one thing. It's sort of like almost taboo to talk about the fact that trans women get periods because some people feel like we're just trying to like pretend like we have all the biological functions of cis women. And it's actually not that. It's just basically that bodies have hormonal fluxes and they go through these hormonal phases. And that's something men don't have, men's bodies, with testosterone in play, don't have as much of a monthly cycle. They actually have more of a daily cycle. But you kind of like, you kind of don't really have to be in touch with your body when your body runs on testosterone. At least I never did. And I mean, people with various health problems might have to, but I never had to like pay attention to what my body was doing. It was just like, just was there all the time, and I could easily compartmentalize things and whatnot. And now I've had to realize that my body can blindside me now. It can come out of nowhere and be like, nope, today everything's going to be 4 times harder than it would be normally. Wow, and apparently this ring is never coming off again now. Oops. So yeah, so that's sort of a thing that happens, and you get the diarrhea, because I know not a lot of people talk about that's a period symptom, but I've talked with a lot of women and they're like, yeah, usually if I was to say that I have to stay home because I'm feeling crampy, it's because of that. So not all of them, some have actually confirmed that for me. And you just get like these terrible nausea cramps all day long. It's kind of obnoxious. Like, come on, body, there's nothing to push out. You can't shove my intestines out. Our bodies are traitors. It's so true. And thank you. I missed it. Helen and Ripley. Thank you both for saying that. That's really nice. So I kind of like doing these dates. This is like my vlog with an audience where, I have to be authentic. And that's actually part of why I want to talk about this today, about how I felt yesterday and how I just wanted to like fold up tent and go home, is because my whole shtick is that by being vulnerable and by being authentic, you're stronger. And if I take parts of myself like that and hide them because I feel shame that I can't always be on, well, that's not really being authentic. It's not being who I want to be. So I have to do that, and I have to be honest. And I guess kind of like the internet and all of you folks who follow me and hang out and stuff like that online, you're kind of like my priest, behind the thing, where like, I don't know, what's the thing called? I don't know. I've actually never been to confession. Where I've got to tell someone, right? I have to share these things. I have to put out all these feelings. And because so much of my life was spent telling almost no one my feelings and being really small in the group of people that I shared things with, thank you, Marisa. Because of that, I had to share with everybody when I came out. For me, coming out as trans was like, I have to tell everybody, because it was all the hiding, was the problem. And that's kind of, I think, why I have to tell you guys all these things still, because it's still a process I'm going through where I'm still having to come out and share these things with you guys, and hope that somehow maybe my experiences will help someone else, or maybe just help people understand what other people go through. That's this ring is, wow, this ring is never coming off. Oh dear. I'm going to have to lose a little bit of COVID-20 before I can get this sucker off now. Whoopsie. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Thanks for being there for me to talk to and responding. And thank you for your love, like especially on the post last night. I really appreciate you guys helping me out like you do. You guys mean so much to me. And I know some of you guys are just internet friends who have just, friended, and we started chatting, and I've met a lot of you in person as well. And that means a lot that you guys are still, you interact and you care and stuff like that. Oh, Melanie, a day or two. Come on. No, I don't have a day or two. I got to work. I got words to write. It's got to be done. I got a climax. I got shooting. I got starships escaping from a space station. This can't last. This has to, it's got to be done. And I'm feeling pretty much better today. So I think I get it milder than most people do, even though I'm so completely blindsided by it whenever it happens. So I'll be all right. Yeah, right? Yeah, give me the laugh. All right. Oh man, there's more people on all of a sudden. There's like a whole bunch of people, and I'm about to go. Well, hopefully you can rewind and watch it again and enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye.